Is it blinking?
You hear something rattling? Is that just the motor?
I don't hear nothing. Is it blinking? Is this blinking?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we got done with a little break there. My front tire on that 300 was feeling pretty low. I was going to air it up. And it's flat. Come to find out, it doesn't have the tubeless system put in it. I thought it had the tubeless system in it, but doesn't have it. So got a flat tire that I got no way of fixing. So I'm on a little green KDX200. Sweet little bike. It'll work. I bought it to ride it. So here we go. I'm going to tell you right now, I like this seat a whole lot better than either one of those other two bikes. That 450 is like sitting on a 2x4. The 300 is a little bit more plush, but not much better. And this bike here, this got a nice soft seat on it, man. But it feels a little weird. This bike feels a little bit weird after riding that 300. I mean, it's nothing that I won't get used to, but I mean, it just has a different feel. Feels a little bit more squirrely. You know? But I put the bar risers on it, so standing up feels better. I don't like being all bent over real bad. It hurts my old ass back to be bent over real bad when I'm standing up. And I put 2-inch bar risers on this thing, so it feels pretty good. And I put the tubeless system in the front of this bike, on the front tire. And I was going to do both, but I ran out of gas. It got late and I was tired. So I didn't put it in. Didn't do the rear one. I have it at the house. But now I'm kind of thinking that, you know, why not just run that tire out? So I've got a brand new rear tire, the Shinko, for this thing. But this tire is in pretty good shape. And I figure why not run this tire out, you know. And the front tire was 33 years old. It was the original front tire when the guy bought the bike. He never changed the front tire, so the tread was still fairly good, but the rubber was pretty hard. So I decided I'd take that tire off and put a new tire on. So why not go with the tubeless system right out of the gate? And I bought a brand new back tire for this one, but I want to let the I want to run it out some more. These tires cost money, so it's got a Dunlop on it. Let's go ahead and run this one out, wear it out a little more before we get too crazy about changing this one out. Yeah, this is a sweet little bike. I'm really glad I found this thing. And that KTM is that's my favorite bike I've ever owned. But this little thing here, just like right now where that front tire's flat on that KTM, and I have no way of fixing it out here. This is a good little spare bike to have around. Because it is a trail bike, and so it does the same thing, maybe not quite as well as the KTM does. I guarantee you it doesn't do it as well, but it works. If I hadn't had this little spare bike, we'd be going home. Trying to remember which way to go. Trying to ride the same little loop that the boys and I ran out here a while back when I was still on the YZ450. And this looks like it's it. Yeah, right down here is where my grandson hit a big rock in the road and dumped his 85 and bent the hell out of one of the side shroud brackets. I mean, this seat feels soft, but it kind of feels weird too. It almost feels too soft. Don't get me wrong, my butt's pretty sore from that long trail ride we did yesterday, but That's a little bit of a techie spot there. This is a light little bike. It's pretty easy to flip around. I like that. I had a KDX200, a brand new one in 05, and I loved that bike. And this little bad boy here is the 220 never worked out. They only made it for like, I think it was like 2 or 3 years, and then they quit making it because it just was kind of a problem child, you know. It never panned out like these 200s did. But I liked mine, but this is pretty much the same bike. It's just a 200 instead of a 220. Well, this is awful rocky. I should have probably aired these tires up a little more than what they. I think I got the front tire at like 7 pounds because I got the bead lock in it, you know. I got the tubeless system in it, and this rear tire, I believe I'm running. I think I lowered it down because it's still a tube. I lowered it down to about 12. You don't really dare go a lot lower than that on these things. You know, with a tube tire. This is a very sweet little bike. Again, the 300 is the love of my life. That's the bike I've been looking for my whole life, but I really like this little 200 as well. Well worth the money I spent on it. There's a little bit of a rough spot, but I remember it, so I know I'm on the right track here. I just didn't realize it was coming up that soon. Kind of surprised me a little bit. One thing about 5 Mile, man, even though it's big double track, you know, ATV, UTV trails for the most part, it's got its share of rocks and roots and crap like that. So it can give you a little bit of a workout, but it's all good, clean fun, right? One thing I noticed right off the bat with this little bike, a little more vibration than the KTM has. My hands don't get numb on that KTM. Anyway, they haven't yet, and I've ridden some pretty long stints without stopping on that bike. But this one here, my right hand's already, my throttle hand is already starting to feel that vibration, you know. But again, it is what it is. This bike's 33 years old, and really very rideable, capable, enjoyable little bike, to be honest with you. I'm liking it. Knew I would because of the one I owned previously, so that's why I had to have it. Do I need this bike? No, but we go this way. Took me a minute to remember, but because right over in here is where I lost my damn drone. We rode about a quarter of a mile on down before we realized, where's the damn drone? And it was right up in here by one of these trees. Buddy Chaz, old Rando, found it for me, because me and my son, I was looking at the app on the phone to see if I could figure out through the app if that would find it, but it was just right up in here by a tree. Just went to sleep. See, it won't fall out of the sky. It senses when the battery's going to die, and it lands itself, finds a good spot and lands. But it doesn't have any way of telling you, here I am. Well, and I haven't told you yet, but we have two randos now in the knuckleheads. My grandson is on a quad now, and I asked him, I don't know how many times, you know, dude, would you rather have a quad or a dirt bike? And he was bound and determined, no, I want a dirt bike. Well, Grandpa rides a dirt bike. His Uncle Sean rides a dirt bike. And we ribbed our family and friends and stuff. You know how people do about the quads. And yeah, them pussy quad guys, you know, scared to ride a dirt bike and this and that. But it's all in fun. To be honest with you, I don't ride quads because they scare the crap out of me. If I crash, I can get away from a dirt bike. But them quads, man, you just like get tangled up in the thing. They scare the shit out of me. So that's why and plus I've just always done dirt bikes. It's my thing. But I noticed with my grandson, anytime we were out with a bunch of family and friends and stuff, he'd have his bike right there, but if there was a quad with an open seat, he was on it. And his dirt bike would sit in camp all day, and he'd go ride Chaz's old Warrior 350 or my Honda Recon, or he would ride his Uncle Mike's big four-wheelers. And so I just figured this kid enjoys these quads way more. So even though he kept telling me, you know, you can read the writing on the wall. So I sold his KX85, and I bought him this, I bought him a 2001 Polaris Trailblazer. A lot of you guys will know what that is. I'd never heard of him. But he still has a problem with shifting. He's He upshifts just fine, but he still hasn't quite got the concept of, you know, when you're pulling a hill, you got to downshift, you know. He still hasn't quite got that concept down. He's so hyper and everything, you know. His mind's going 1,000 miles an hour. He'll get it later on when he gets a little older. I think, you know, he'll settle down a little bit, but for right now he's pretty hyperactive and doesn't have a very long attention span, you know. So got him this quad that's it's automatic. Just put it in forward and press the throttle. Oh.
Yeah. God damn.
Time to rest the hand. This bike vibrates more than the KTM. My right hand is toast. I knew where I was going. I was coming here. And it's been a while, you know. The last time we stopped up in here, I was on my YZ450. Way back in the day. Nice view from up here.
Almost wind over.
There's really no breeze. I don't think we'll sit here very long. We'll get a drink and head out. Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Oh. Well, I know one thing. We got to get moving. It is fucking hot sitting here. But I couldn't. My right hand was numb. I couldn't. This thing, the vibration is way worse on this bike than that KTM.
I didn't notice it. How bad I am. Huh?
Not on that one.
Yeah.
That's all, you know.
No, I didn't even notice on that one yesterday.
Oh, really? Well, we weren't doing what we're doing today.
I'm moving a little harder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't have electric start.
Ready to go.
I gotta actually start this fucker.
Roll it down the hill.
Yeah, fuck all that. Ow, fuck. God damn it. Well, we were going to go, took a nice little break, drank a little water. We were going to go, man, it's hot out here. You can't stand to sit there for very long, or because there's no breeze today. I've noticed out here at 5 Mile, it's either a flipping dust storm or calm like today and just hotter than hell. But anyways, we were gonna go back yonder to the south, a ways more back there, where I was gonna show Alan a hill that we, if you watched one of our earlier videos on knobbies and knuckleheads, there's a hill that me and my son climbed on, and neither one of us made it. And it was earlier this spring. I was on the WR450F that I had, the 04, and after 16 years I was just back on a bike, a dirt bike, and I wasn't feeling real confident yet. I mean, I've been riding an 800-pound Road King around, and getting on one of these, man, it felt squirrely as hell. You know, it just felt really weird. It felt like I was riding a bicycle, to be honest with you. And so my confidence level wasn't quite up to snuff yet. And I didn't give it my best effort, let's put it that way, climbing that hill. Made it farther than my son did. But I wanted to bring the KTM back here and tear that hill up, but turns out we got a flat tire on the KTM, so that ain't gonna work out. And I don't think this little bike's got enough lead in its pencil to climb that thing. But I was going to see if Alan wanted to take the old YZ up that sucker. But we checked his gas and we forgot to fill it up this morning, and I've only got 2-stroke gas with me.
The wrong road, didn't I?
No, we're good. Yeah, just stay on this for a while. He thought he went the wrong way. I wanted to get him in front of me so I could get a little video of him riding. And I kind of explained to him which way to go. As long as we're heading in the general direction of the truck, which is north, we're good. Man, it's dust. Oh my God, I can't even see. It's not good when you can't see what the hell you're running over. Get in the right spot sometimes and that dust just hangs in the air. There's a lot of rocks and stuff and bad ruts and what have you out here that can put your ass on the ground if you don't see it coming, you know. You can't react to what you can't see. So I gotta kind of hang back from him a little bit because now the dust is leaving. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty peppy little bike for what it is. But it's not a race bike, you know. It's a pretty fun bike to ride, though. And you know the saying, it's more fun to ride a slow bike fast than it is to ride a fast bike slow. And after buying that 450, the YZ, I agree wholeheartedly. Because out doing stuff like this, you can't begin to use what that 450 has. I'm telling you, that thing is a monster. It's nothing like the WR. Makes that WR feel like a 175, man, I'm telling you. That YZ means business. And you can't use it out here in this stuff. I'm sure some guys can. I'm sure there's some of you out there that just pin that sunker and rip out through here like you knew what you were doing. I can't risk messing up a knee or something. I'm too damn old. I've already got messed up knees, and it's all from dirt bikes. So I messed up my shoulder bronc riding, but all the shit with my knees, that's all dirt bikes. Every bit of that is attributed to dirt bikes. I've torn out all my ACLs, completely annihilated my right knee back in the day. And it's never been right ever since, and the older I get. Well, when I crashed a bike back in 2006, spring of 2006 is when I annihilated that right knee. And I mean, I couldn't even walk. It was bad. And after that, I'm like, well, I can't ride dirt bikes anymore. So I've been riding the Vulcan and various other bikes, and this is where my son likes to stop and play around.
I had more gas.
We go down this way, and well, I'll just go. Fun. Love me a little bit of whoop action. You get tired of when it's all whoops, but a few whoops and get a little bunny hop over them. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I was figuring, you know, as stupid as I get on a dirt bike, I just have to stay off of them. So I didn't ride since 2006 when I messed that knee up so bad. And I mean, that was a painful. The torn ACLs, they sucked. Shit like that. But when I ripped that meniscus, I snapped that meniscus tendon right in two. And my kneecap was up on sitting more up on my quad. And there was just a big hole there where my kneecap was supposed to be. And that surgery and that rehab and shit, that was just too much. I mean, I've had pain in my life, but holy crap. And so I just figured, well, my dirt bike days are done. I'm not going through this again, you know what I mean? And so I've just kind of stayed off of bikes. I took a little sabbatical from motorcycles, period, for a while. 4 or 5 years or whatever. And then I was down in Phoenix and I bought that Kawasaki Vulcan 1500 cruiser. And I enjoyed that bike for quite a while. And then the shift shaft broke on that thing. And it just wasn't worth what it would cost to fix it. I believe that bike was a 96. So I got rid of that. And then again, I was without a bike for a couple of years. And then I bought my Harley, my Road King. And I had that for 5 or 6 years. And then I just got into the dirt with the kids, with the sand rails, and I mean, I've owned 2 sand rails, and bought that side by side, which didn't work out. It was just, the plan was to go, my son and I, because he has one, but then he got his daughters into accelerated softball, and they play year round. He has no time, none. So I sold my side by side. Then I bought my YZ450 this spring, and the rest is history. I've been back in the dirt with my son and my grandson and Rando, and I'm hoping Alan back there riding my 450 YZ, I'm hoping he gets a bike. He might buy my 450. He kind of likes it. That'd be nice. I mean, it's not one of them things I'm desperate to sell. It's not like it's killing me to make the payment on it. And I love the bike. I really do. I love that freaking thing. It's got so much power. It's insane. And I like that about it. It's just the engine braking. And I think I could fix that engine braking and stuff for the most part by putting a recluse in it, you know, which after riding that recluse in that KTM, it's like, oh my god, call me a cheater, I don't care. I love that recluse in that bike. And if I end up keeping the YZ, it's going to get a recluse in it as well, because for trail riding like we were doing up there in the canyon yesterday, which I apologize that I forgot my GoPro mount, or we'd have video of that, but well, I'm just going to shut up and ride, because I'm afraid my battery's going to die here, and I don't want to be in the middle of blabbing on about something, so just enjoy this last little bit.